Hey, fucking focus. Was it good? Alright. Okay. Delete that. Welcome back, guys, to another YouTube video. I know I haven't done one in like 2 weeks, and that's my bad, but again, there's not much to do around here in New York. Alright, it's just me. Anywho, this is my first ever Q&A, and one of many, I hope, and let's just get right into it. Alright, so the first question comes from our boy, Jay, iPurple. What is your favorite meal to cook? I'm a man of simple things. I like pasta, and I like meat, and sausage and spaghetti with some ketchup. It's like the simplest thing to cook, and I just fucking love it. I love it so much. So yeah, that's probably my favorite thing to do. Oh, I just took a shower and my hair is falling. Rip Rain asked, what would you be doing right now? This is gonna be a bitch to edit, dude. What would you be doing right now if Twitch wasn't a thing? It's pretty simple. I was in college in New York City. It was a pretty decent college. I don't really go right now. Like, this semester is the first semester I took off, 2019 spring. I was in college last semester, so I would probably just still be in school, pre-med course, all that stuff. So yeah, just still be in school, doing my same old, working at the pharmacy, because that's where I used to work. A side note for all the real ones. Who's Breezy? Shout out Who's Breezy, the only dub to come from the UK. How badly do you want to meet some of the people in the community? I actually want to meet a lot of people in the community. We have CWL Fort Worth coming up in exactly 1 week's time. Well, somewhere give or take a couple days. I genuinely just want to meet a lot of people there. And I know Anaheim, TwitchCon, we're just really excited. Us as a group, me individually, I just genuinely want to meet some of my idols, role models, friends, supporter, anything. Like, I just want to meet as many people as I can. And Sticks asked, what motivates you and gives you the extra push when you're feeling down and to get you up and going again? To be honest, I used to like everyone has a rough day here, there, everywhere. Like, you just have a rough time. Just whenever you're feeling like that, just think about all the positives that will come out from you grinding and doing whatever you're doing, whether it's school, work, stream, especially. It's just all consistency, and the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, the more support you're gonna get. And that's just as easy as I would put it. Just stay very consistent in whatever you set your mind to. Arpeggio, if you get verified on Twitter, can you take a bath in ketchup? Yes. I promised you, I quoted it, now I guess it's officially in video form, and someone can come back in this and quote me one more time. If I ever get verified on Twitter, you best believe I'm taking a bath, not in ketchup, in tomato sauce, because I think ketchup gets spicy in your butt. Exactly, another big supporter. We love Exactly. When, where, and how did this whole Twitch mob community start? And how did you become a member? Mako and Avalanche knew each other for a long time. I'm saying like 5-6 years. Before I even met him. They knew Frosty for 2 to 3 years before I met him too. They all they were friends in the community, obviously, like, big on Twitter. Like, Twitter was their thing. They like genuinely liked it. I'm probably the newest one. I kind of joined Twitter around 2016, like late around there. And I didn't really know how to get started. So once I kind of got known for like memes and all that, we just became really good friends. And I asked Frosty one day, because Frosty was the first original streamer in the mob, and he was pretty like set on it. So when I asked him one day, I'm like, hey, you wanna play? He egoed the shit out of me. Yeah. So then I was like, all right, we're gonna take another route. Hey, Mako, you wanna go get some pizza? You live in New York. And from there, it was fun. Like, we hung out, and I guess then we became friends, and here we are now. I hit my hand way too much on this share. Pats2187 asked, when the fuck are you gonna start uploading more? Mob House. That's the one thing we just genuinely need. Just for not us individually, but us as a community. Like, we just need that Mob House. As soon as we get in the house, YouTube over everything. Obviously, we still are gonna stream, Twitch, all this and that. But YouTube is gonna be the main priority. Just to get the best videos that we could possibly get to you guys. Again, back to what I said, stay consistent. Webs asked, are you ever gonna do a cooking stream? Yes. I think the Mob House is just gonna, hey, yo, code mob, 30% off, 10% now, 30%. I don't know. Use code mob on GFUEL. But yeah, cooking stream whenever we get the house. XX Locomona XXS. What do you see yourself doing career-wise in 10 years? Honestly, I love content creation, and it's probably one of my favorite things to ever have done in my entire life. So in 10 years, I would still love to just be somewhere on Twitch, YouTube, anything. If honestly, we want to get into like, if we could at some point own our own org and all that, like we just love interacting with you guys, and if that could be something I do for a living and enjoy it, that would be a dream come true. McGuire Kid asks, first video game. Okay, I don't know. My mouse covered it. Motherfucker. McGuire. This is hard, bro. Low key. McGuire Kid asks, damn, bro. First video game you remember playing every day? My first ever video game online was Black Ops 2 Call of Duty, and that was probably the most fun game that I've ever played in my entire life during my childhood. I genuinely just remember coming home every day and just hopping on League Play. League Play was just so fun, and that was my first live game, so interacting with other players online, it was just a blast. My router hated me because you know if you play Black Ops 2, you know why your router hated you, but that was the first and best Call of Duty in my opinion. LOL Andy asked, where are you originally from and when did you move to the US? I was born in Russia, and it's actually like pretty funny because I don't really have an accent, and I know a lot of people that come to the US late, I guess, when they're like over the age of 5, 6, they kind of develop an accent wherever they're from. I was born in Russia and I came to the US closer to when I was 8 and a half, around there. So I genuinely skipped to the 4th grade, I think 3rd grade, somewhere there. So me not having an accent, I was just like, it was kind of weird, like I don't know, but no one expected me to be Russian. So yeah, go do по-русски. Soul42 asked, if you could spend an entire day with one person, alive or dead, or fictional, who would you choose and why? Oof. I'm gonna give it out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, only because I would genuinely just want to hang out with the man. He seems like a super genuine dude, and just like, you ever have an actor that you just genuinely want to see, like you're like, damn, I really want to hang out with him in real life. I feel like it'd be really fun and just a good experience. Like that's him for me. Like he just like, I always looked up to him. He seems like a very down to earth guy, and yeah, that would be the guy. Tristan TV asks, what's the coolest thing that has come from your career? It's my 6th month out here, but honestly, the coolest thing would probably be the interaction. Very recently, I guess, in the last 5 months, 4 months, Twitter has just been blowing up, and I'm loving every second of it. Just interacting with you guys every day, seeing your tweets. We have some of the funniest people in the community, and they always find a way to like just make social media in general just funnier. Twitch chat, just the interaction between us and the community. That's probably my favorite thing to come from us. That's probably my favorite thing to come from my career. Damn, bro. What really set you and the mob guys on this track of success? To be honest, nothing really set us on this track of success. I think just us being who we are kind of led the way. But we are who we are on Twitter. There's nothing to really hide. Nothing, like we're ourselves. And that's, I guess, the most important thing. Just be yourself, stand out, be unique, and everything will just kind of fall in your place, whether it's meant to be or not. Payne OG asked, if you could change one thing about your life now, what would you change? I would actually change a good amount of things, but if I could change something about my life right now, I would definitely change me not living in my house. Again, our main criteria right now, everything that you guys have been asking is just the house. As soon as we get the house, that's the one thing I would change. I would love a house with 3 of my best friends, so we can make the best videos that we could possibly make for you guys. Michael Literus asks, how will you react when Frosty inevitably sneaks a raccoon into the mob house? He will inevitably be sneaking it back out with it along with his bags, because we are not having no. Where do you see the mob in 5 years? What are some of your goals for the mob? Honestly, we are always thriving to succeed in whatever we set our mind to. Whatever we plan to do in the future, we'll always try to be a positive towards the community, not only us. So in 5 years, if we could have our own, I guess, org, or be under a major org, and just build on top of it, kind of like how you see FaZe, 100 Thieves, all these big orgs do. That would be the main key, honestly. That's the end goal of our whole plan. Xavier Resist asks, what is your plan when you leave to the mob house, as in telling your parents? Guys, as you may know, I'm a professional Call of Duty player in the eyes of my mom. So we're getting a team house for COD, playing COD, and only COD. And only COD. Yes, sir. Blade12A asks, why'd you start streaming? 2 years ago, I streamed Call of Duty very randomly, and honestly, I wasn't really having too much fun with it. And I took a 2-year break. Back when Frosty started, I was the last one to start out of the mob, because Frosty started, and then he kind of got Mako hooked. So when Mako and Frosty were streaming, they were like, Avalanche, you should totally turn on your stream. And so he did. And one day they were all playing together, and then Avalanche was like, hey bro, you used to stream, right? Just turn it on. I'm like, and when I played with him, again, I was really new in the group, and I didn't want to be like, oh, that guy, you know, like, oh, you guys are streaming, I'm gonna stream. So I never really had the idea of turning on my camera and like just streaming. So Avalanche was like, listen, you should totally turn on your stream. And so I did, and here we are now, 2,000 subs strong. Thank you again. Ultra1515 asks, favorite tweets that came to mind that aren't yours. By far, my favorite tweet is, the staff at the gym said I gotta stop screaming active shooter in the building after I make my threes. That tweet is just legendary. One of mine, actually, like, I know he said that aren't yours, but one of mine, the mummy one right here, this one had me weak too. JMTX 123 asks, what code do you use for 30% on off? Dude, what code do you use for 30% off on all GFUEL products? Boys, you already know. Code mob. There's no other code that's relevant. Sorry. Armando asked, when's the next Mobcast returning? Next Mobcast is gonna be huge. The first one back is gonna be huge, and it's gonna have one special surprise guest. It's returning somewhere 100% in March. All right, no 100%. Fuck. Somewhere this month, maybe late March. All right, that's the closest thing I got for you, homie, and it's gonna be big. Surprise guest, you guys will never expect it. Razor Saber asks, if you could be the best at one esport or sport, what would it be? Not just for money, but for reputation, etc., etc. Honestly, I've always admired swimming. And if you could be the best swimmer in the world, I just feel like, I know it's like yeah, people would usually choose football, basketball, just like to be a star at it, because you would just get like, you know, like that's just a lot of reputation. But I just always love swimming. Probably being like a Michael Phelps, literally a Michael Phelps, it would be insane. Like, I just, like, that's huge in my opinion. Waffalo asks, how many bottles of ketchup do you go through a week? Honestly, I don't know why everyone thinks a bottle of ketchup is pretty big. It's like this big. So I go through like 3/4 of it in 1 week, maybe. I don't go through like 2-3 bottles a week. Like, come on. I do always have 2 or 3 bottles in my fridge though. You always got to be prepared. And the last question from Agent Orange. Okay. Who is the hottest porn star? Code Mob. That's just it. That's just what I have to say. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much. If you submitted any questions, interacted on Twitter, you already know the drill. Follow the social medias. Thank you. The Twitch, the YouTube, you're already here, so might as well click that sub button. Thank you so much. Turn that bell notification on. And that was my first, not the last Q&A. And thank you. Peace.